Hey neighbors. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through how to replace your gaslight mantles and get your lamps back into working order. It's a simple replacement and shouldn't take you more than 15 or 20 minutes. I called a gas products company and they quoted $175 plus the cost of those little mantles to come out and repair them. I did the following video for the cost of those mantles, which is about $10.99 plus some glass cleaner I had lying around. So let's get started. For this job, you'll need a step stool, a flathead screwdriver, a lighter, glass cleaner, which you can substitute with soapy water, a clean towel like microfiber, and some gloves since you'll be working with glass that might be sharp. I use this time to spray paint my mount and light back and suggest that if you have time doing the same. I haven't touched this light in 7 years and it was starting to show. I'll link to the spray paint that I used. Set out the lamp and let's get started. First step is to locate and turn off the gas with your flathead screwdriver. It's a simple quarter turn to the right. You can see on that embossing just above my hand is indicated where the on and off is, but just give it a quarter turn to the right. Let the lamp cool for about 5 minutes before the next step, which is removing the glass. As you'll see here, it might be a struggle to get the first pane out, but if you can get your finger under the bottom of one of those panes, you should be able to gently pull it up. Simply push the glass pane up, then carefully grab the bottom of the glass and pull down and toward you. I should add that you should find a good place to set these pieces of glass that isn't on the ladder or right underneath your feet and below you. Believe me, you'll thank me later. So pull the rest of these glass panes out for cleaning. If you don't intend to clean the glass, which I do believe you should, or you don't plan on spray painting, which I do believe you should, pulling out two panes of glass should give you enough room to replace those mantles. I know you know how to do this part, but do yourself a favor and clean the glass. It gets cloudy over time, and this is a quick way to let your light shine brighter. Now, definitely wear gloves while doing this because I found that some of the glass is definitely jagged on the edges. All right, we're back to the light, and in this step, we're going to be removing those mantles. It's usually pretty easy. Likely they'll just disintegrate it like mine did here. The round ceramic piece will probably do the same, but the technique to getting it off is just to lift it up out of those channels they're in, those three little dots, rotating it slightly and pulling it down on that smooth channel. This is a good time to get acclimated with the mantle attachment piece because you're going to need to be very gentle when you install those new ones because they do break easily. Take this opportunity to remove any bugs or bits in the mesh screen and use your microfiber towel to dust the inside of the lantern. For those of you like me who want to get two projects done at once, you can get out your spray paint and a scrap piece of cardboard to touch up your light fixture. If you're skipping this step, you can head to the part where I replace the mantle filaments. All right, if you're still here, I'm using Rust-Oleum paint and primer in one. It's the black color gloss version. It really does bring this light back to life and it looks great. Not shown on this video is I used a degreaser spray and a microfiber towel, the same one, to wipe down any dirt before starting to paint. I really enjoyed using that cardboard scrap piece so I didn't spray myself or the inside pieces of the lantern. And as you can see, I just kind of eyeball it and try to get a really uniform coating and get everything back to a solid black again. So let this dry for about 10 minutes before you start reinstalling your glass back and should be dry enough. All right, here we are to the fun part, replacing those mantles. These things are really delicate, so try not to handle them a lot. As you'll see on the left part of the screen, there's should be an installation instructions included with your mantles that you can use too, but here's my take at trying to do it. Again, be very, very careful. Notice there's like three knobs on each of the mantles. They slide into that smooth channel on your gas outlet tube. Once you get the mantle onto the tube and pushed up, you're going to want to twist the mantle a little bit so it can be seated down into those notched channels. All right, after you're done replacing those mantles, it's time to reinstall the glass. It's kind of just the inverse operation of taking it out. You just put it in from front to back, lift up, and then pull down gently and seat it into that bottom channel. Just make sure to be careful on this one because that glass is fragile, guys. Also, make sure you leave one open so that you can ignite those filaments. The next step is turning your gas back on so you can ignite the mantles. To do that, just a simple quarter turn to the left with your flathead screwdriver. All right, next step is lighting the mantles. Here, I have the gas on. Obviously, I just light my long lighter. Don't use a short, big lighter. You will light your hand on fire. But you'll see here, there's going to be a lot of smoke while these things just ignite for the first time. I'll go back in there and just make sure they're lit. But once they light, they should stay lit for a long time, guys. So it's really all we need to do. And then last step will be just putting the last piece of glass back in. And we are done with this, hopefully for a year, 2 years, 3 years to come, or until you receive one of our fun letters in your mailbox. In all seriousness, thank you for keeping your gas lanterns lit. It really does make our neighborhood look great. Happy installation.